Alright, so last we left off, did a lot. Like, we're 20% away from finishing the game, which 80 hours in. We are staying consistent. We're missing only one machine. Main quest. This we can't do yet. Oh, I can go talk to him. Yes, let's go talk to him. Let's go talk to Katala. Let's see his arm. Is his arm done? See it? Let me see. Katala, give me your arm. Let me see that mighty prosthetic. Wanna see it?
Focus acting up again.
So the 10 carried their visions with them. Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
Yup.
That sums it up. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tanakh. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
She's a good bean. We like Alva.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Yes.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my
Yes.
thanks, Aloy.
We're gonna find the Tremor Tusk, aren't we?
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
I'll see you at the Tremor Tusk.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the 10 guide your way.
It makes me sad. Like, these people are literally learning the hard way the failures of our generation. And it's just like, it's miserable. Oh boy, Alva.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much.
She's so happy.
I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars.
Yeah, we don't count
Of
them.
course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
She's so happy.
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
Oh, we actually get a lot of dialogue. Sweet. Start the Quen.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Pharaoh, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Pharaoh, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course.
No, that's
Anyway,
true. She does know
the
better.
diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did.
Yeah.
So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Pharaoh, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
That makes sense, though.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease.
Oh, shit.
And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse. But nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great
Yikes.
guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Again, she is a very wholesome being and we like her. What about Bohai?
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yay, men in power. What with the ancestors?
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones.
Okay.
Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
See, it's not that hard to admit that your history is wrong and you can correct it.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family.
That's wrong.
Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
That's wrong.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
Hopefully we'll
Promise
fix
I'll
that.
do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
See, a rational thinking person would hear that and say, wait, how is anything historically written down heretical?
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
We should fix that. By that I mean getting rid of the Overseers.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
Here's hoping. Also, knowledge should not be forbidden. Not any kind. Like, knowledge should be freely shared amongst all.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, Diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Very stifling.
You are not wrong.
Hold on just like 3 seconds. Sorry about that. Food arrived.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
Interesting.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
He's my favorite companion so far. I don't know why. She's just one of my faves.
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava, what's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errand. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
What's that supposed to mean?
I should get...
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
I see all of us settled in nicely.
Our new Quen friend? The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Yeah, that's Alva for you. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
Right.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
As always.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varro gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva. Read
She's so
anything
wholesome.
interesting lately?
And sweet.
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
Okay, but all those, well, relatively all those things do work.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
I mean,
I need to get going.
Aaron likes his entertainment.
You've
Can't
retrieved the
blame him.
Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Thank you, Zoe. Keep going into Varl and Zoe's room with it accidentally. Like, it's never intentional. I just always go in their room without meaning to. What do I need have full ammo of? Training hunter arrows? Okay. What do I need for pouches? Pretty much everything. Got it. Okay, really quick. Still go to the meeting place. Oh, right. Forgot about that. I completely forgot that's what we were doing. I got into talking to everyone and I forgot that I had to go do a thing for Katala. I'm just like, wait, what? Like I said though, having Elva was a good, you know.
I'm catching snowflakes on my lashes.
It was a happy thing to see her all happy and excited. She so badly just wanted to be like not restricted by her people's backwards ways. It's nice to see her actually enthusiastic. I overshot it, didn't I? Yeah, it's that way. Which way to the eating place? Can't wait to see his arm. It's gonna be so cool, I can already tell. Like, I don't know why.
His new arm. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark.
That's fair.
Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
You know what? He earns that.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see.
All right,
you'll
talk to
see.
me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. Oh, you'll see. Come. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer. Oh, you'll see.
I'm honored
Come.
to help.
Missing a finger, but start.
After you.
That's a cool looking arm, though.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Hit that weak spot! Use that weapon! Let's keep that.
Oh my god, did he just like... Is he electrifying it? Holy shit. His arm is electrifying the fucker. Holy shit.
Can you freeze it?
Yeah, I can freeze it.
Pain subsiding.
Kill me today! That's the way!
Ow.
Here's some ammo.
Ow. I'm getting knocked on my ass a lot.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Interesting way
You
of
have
looking
my
at it.
thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
That's a really interesting way of looking at it. He'll still have the prosthetic when he needs it, but otherwise he'll just, you know, be him without it. I like that. Not remotely what I expected him to do, but I do like that outcome. Five. That's a 3. Spear to deal more damage. We'll just get it because, you know, we need them. Okay, so we got all the side stuff done. Can't do this until the wings of the 10. Still can't do that one. Unless I can, hold on. I might be able to, and I just don't realize it. Okay. It'd be nice if I could actually get this done too. Maybe right around this corner.
Stocking up for that.
Still locked. Okay, so I still can't do it. Okay, so we can't do it yet. That's fine, though. Honestly, it's better to know. It really is. Boat to the Isle of Spires. I'm just doing like a last minute passive, like, did we miss anything? I think this is where the Zenith, yeah, this is the Zenith Island. That's a shelter. That's a shelter. Yeah, we pretty much... Pretty much, you know. Okay. Turning to base. To start Gemini. We've explored so much of this world, Jesus. I'm really kind of concerned of what's going to happen next. Is the whole everyone having to do this. Apparently, pizza tastes... You know, I'll accept that as a general consensus, yeah. The fuck? Whoa, 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 what are these? What's all this? One's been fucking working.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
That's a drastic drop.
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
What do you mean bad shape? What did we do to her?
Aloy,
Nope, 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 nope.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
You won't let that happen.
Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand!
Then make us. Help us understand.
You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
There's no defect. She had Rost. Beta didn't. And this is where Aloy's failing. She's not showing compassion. There it is.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving.
Yes, he was.
The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine.
That's love.
He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise.
Oh, just hug.
I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Can we give her some armor so she's not, like, squishy? Please. I'm worried about Beta. Oh, God. I hated watching that. That was so sad.
Whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
See, now if Aloy did this in the beginning, I really think that would have been better for all of them.
We just need to find the right strategy.
Like, I really do. Holy shit.
Kotalo can't win every time.
All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing it to myself. I'll try to do better.
And that's self-induced therapy.
So much of who I am is because of Rost. Even now, he's still teaching me. And he'd probably scold me for taking so long to learn the lesson.
But he'd be happy you learned it at the end. That meant to be my Claw Strider? Because it kind of looks like my Claw Strider. Like... You're right, it sucked that it took that long to learn. But she learned, and that's what Ross would be happy about.
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
Ah, I'm not surprised.
Really? Why not?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Oh, shit.
Well, at least I avoided that.
Yeah, that's awful. That's bad.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Yes.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I should go get ready.
I await your orders.
Where's Alva? She is.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable.
That's...
Is everything alright? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
What's up? Oh shit, there's a lot of things.
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Yes and no. Saying is true, don't meet your heroes, but the other saying is true, you should know if they're bad.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Yeah.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night.
Which is why all
Have
the
you
tribes
spoken
should
with
come
Zodal?
together and share.
Bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
Don't
We should
compare
ask Zodal
yourself.
to teach you sometime about Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Katalo.
Good word.
You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
Succinct.
What
Good
kind
word.
of advice?
He,
Told me to.
told me to run.
Yes.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough.
I'm just picturing him going, so, if you see them, run.
Anything new around here?
Katalo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The Legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the Legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay.
Why would we name it Leviathan?
So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
No, seriously,
I should
like,
go.
why would we
Make
name
sure
it
you talk to Gaia
Leviathan?
if you have any
The
questions
great
about the pulse generators.
whale sea serpent. Like,
athlete to
why? Petition to stop naming things after evil
And,
monsters.
Like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Unless it's meant to be
We'll
monstrous.
find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
Dumb idea. So dumb.
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Which one?
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
This travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
That's
There
true.
were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
Yeah.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Yep.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini,
You'll hear about it.
I'm a pacifist, and even I'm like, no, this would be a war scenario.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. You were right, you know, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
He shouldn't have been an outcast either.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
Okay.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl.
Not what I expected.
What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will.
Long distance is amazing.
How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Katalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
They are coming together, which is good.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Varl.
I still wish we
there's
had
no
our
urge to
cardio
run
one.
off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
I really wish the Karja one would stay.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging.
You judge away,
Forge
please.
knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something.
What's that?
You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah, okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
God damn
Anybody take
it.
you up on
They're
that
all being
ale you brought
wholesome.
yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
Again, I like that they
go.
became a family.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
It's so wholesome and happy. Like, all these people deserve a little bit of happiness, and I like that they gave it to each other. I really do. I'm just like, oh god, we're gonna go to a fight, and God forbid someone gets hurt, because, like, it's been too good. I just don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. Okay, where are we going? Oh, landfall itself. Okay. I knew there would be one more quest. Oh, fuck. Just... They're all being so good to each other. They're being helpful, considerate. They're bonding. It's nice and it's good. And you know the game's gonna rip it from me. I don't know how, but they're gonna find a way. Aloy dies, I'm gonna be sad. Is it bad? I kind of want Alva to just not go back to the Quen and just be like, no, we're staying. Just let her stay here. We'll take care of her. And again, I really wish the Karja woman, I forgot her name already, fuck. She went back to join us, because after her little boyfriend turned out to be a shitty guy. Not intentionally shitty, but still shitty. Like, you know.
You're back.
So, it's true. A living ancestor.
Alva said one of the diviners here might know where the Leviathan research facility is. Better
What
go
the
to
fuck?
the campfire and let her know I'm here.
Please, ancestor, please. It's about my brother. I don't mean to disturb you, but I've run my requests through every channel and I've gotten nowhere.
What's going on?
Just take me through it.
Apologies. My name is Jomar. I'm the weapons officer for this expedition.
Okay.
It's my job to ensure the troops are armed and prepared for what's out there. And I've failed to do so. My younger brother, Oris, his unit was sent to scout the tower on the northern side of the island. They should have returned by now.
Okay.
The Overseer has denied my request for a search party, and defying him would mean dismissal. Or worse.
You think they might be alive?
Oris has been obsessed with San Francisco ever since I can remember. He jumped at the chance to join this expedition. I have to believe that fate isn't cruel enough to make this place his tomb. If you help me, I'll get you access to any weapon in my stock.
If I make my way up north, I'll look for your brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
If
that's...
it helps, my brother carried an ancestral relic with him. I believe your focus might be able to pick it up.
What kind of relic?
A small metal piece dangling from a chain, with a hologram of San Francisco. Which is why my brother always had it with him. The diviners speculated it was some kind of beacon, inviting the ancestors to visit the city.
A trinket.
Speculated. So there was data on it they couldn't read.
It was deemed lost knowledge. If my brother truly is gone, could you maybe bring the relic back for me? It meant so much to Oris. I'd like to keep it safe. For him.
Of course.
Yeah, no, that is definitely
Just
something we can
worrying
do.
about something.
That is definitely, we can do that mission.
I promise you, we'll find a way home.
Harriam, we're never getting that gyro compass back. We're stuck here. For good.
The ancestor reborn.
May we be led to truth.
You don't need to talk
Just-
to me that way.
Aloy, what's this I hear about you never going back home?
Our navigational ships.
They're all gone. Destroyed by storms and reefs, and with them the one instrument we need to guide us across the ocean.
There's one ship that might still hold a working gyro compass.
But it's beyond our reach, beached on an island surrounded by deadly currents. No compass, no way home, no way back to those we should have never left behind in the first place.
Christia.
Hold on.
So what is this gyro compass you're looking for?
It's a device used by the ancestors to help pinpoint a ship's location. But
Okay.
it only works if the readings are compared to a chart.
How'd you get your hands on something like that?
I guess it's safe to tell you, since you carry the gift of the ancestors. The diviners found them on ancient vessels back in our homeland, and modified them so we could use them on our ships. Without them, we're at the mercy of the seas.
Fair, okay.
You said what you need is on a ship somewhere.
Yes. The ship we were stationed on. The night we approached landfall, a sudden squall hit the fleet. While some ships managed to find safe harbor here, ours ran aground. The crew abandoned ship, hoping the ocean would spare us.
I thought we'd drown for sure. Thank the ancestors we somehow got washed up on a beach southwest of here. Scouts found us and brought us to landfall. Not that it matters. The only ship with the gyro compass is grounded and surrounded by deadly currents.
Okay, like, quit being, you know...
You mentioned you left someone behind?
My wife, Meandra. She works the field in the Great Delta. When I was chosen for this mission, she begged me not to come. She was scared I wouldn't return. And like always, she was right. I left without saying goodbye, and now I won't ever see her again.
So you two are soldiers?
Navigators, actually. I'm Harriam, and this is Christia.
So you two know how to use this instrument?
The gyro compass. Only I know how to read it. The diviners trained me. Harriam was chosen to memorize the charts found in the legacy.
So you can't navigate the fleet without each other?
It is the Quen way. The greater the knowledge held by one person alone, the greater the risk it'll be used against the Empire, should we be captured by our enemies.
Your tribe sure is... cautious.
Okay. I'll...
Maybe I can help.
Not unless you can fly.
I can't do that. But if I find a way, I'll come back.
She's an ancestor reborn. Maybe she really can help.
I will not let myself hope just yet, but I thank you for your kindness.
Maybe the luck has finally changed.
Don't
Not what I
think I'll
wanted,
get to
but...
that ship. At least, not now.
Okay, but wait. So where the fuck is this bullshit that she was talking about? Nope. Okay, no. Okay, so I can't do that until the Wings of 10 completed either. Okay. Where are you? That should be no problem to get to. I'll call Alva in a second. Like, this should be really quick, just running back. You were being should. Knowing damn well I'm probably gonna be wrong. See, it's a good thing I didn't just jump right into the main story, because I'm like, oh, there's probably other things I'm not doing yet. I was right. So, of course, Alva will wait until I'm done with what I'm doing here. Wait, really? You're gonna make me cut through the whole fucking thing? Wouldn't it have been easier just to have me cut? No. No, no, no.
Those wings holding up?
Alright. So now I gotta go north. Not a fan of the clicking noises.
That must be the tower Jowan mentioned. And it's full of sunwings. That can't be good.
Oh, it's a snap moth. Fuck. I didn't know what it was. I just heard noise. Okay, where the fuck did you go? Okay, let's go. Where am I? That whole thing was just a mess and a nightmare, and I didn't like any of it. We on the beach? You're on the beach. Okay, but like... Nope, still gotta keep going east. Ooh, there's one.
Bet there's another cauldron out there that has override data on that machine.
The only other cauldron that we're missing is Gemini. You sit still so I can hit you. Jeez. Could you have been more annoying? Okay, we need to go over...
There, on the beach. That could be a Quen scout unit. Wiped out. I should check if one of them is Jomar's brother. But I'll need to get rid of those machines first.
Okay.
That hunter-killer mean.
Hit ya. Come on. Where the fuck? What? Wait. How did I fall through? This whole thing has just been a mess. One down. Come on. Shit. Hit you. Ow. Ow. Oh great, now there's a bird too. Fuck. Come on. Shit, fuck. This whole thing is a mess. Ow. Gotta finish you.
That's all of them. I should check this out.
Come on. Hit the spot. Got one. Got it. That was way too much effort just for all that. So much effort.
I can grab this from my stash later.
Didn't I say it wasn't going to be an easy, like, show up and grab? It was going to be a pain in the ass.
There's no relic. Not sure if either of them are Oris. But maybe one of them dropped it as they fought off the machines? My focus might show me more.
Always does.
Nothing. Maybe my focus can pick up their tracks instead? There. Maybe Oris escaped the machines. Better see where it leads.
Just hoping.
Another Quen scout. It might be Oris. I should check for the relic that Jomar mentioned.
Nothing?
No relic. Can't be Jomar's brother.
I hope he's alive. We always find people at the end, and it's never good. I'm hoping this time we actually get a good ending.
Machine. It looks like it gave chase, but Oris fought it off. It looks like he ran inside the tower. Probably to escape those sunwings up there. Maybe they said enough. Tracks end here. They must have climbed up this tower.
Climb the tower. Got it. Shouldn't be a problem. You know what? They're not going to fight me. We're not going to fight them.
I need to find a way up this tower.
Like, really? They're not going to attack me. There's no point in me attacking them. For the moment, it's not bothering me, so we won't bother it. God damn it. Okay, climb this again. Oh, that was close. Clearly he wasn't injured to get up here, so that's a good sign.
Dead end. Maybe if I go outside, I can find another way up.
Yeah, there's no way an injured dude is doing all this work to get up top. So if he's alive still, he's pretty in good shape.
Nothing to see here.
Oh shit, hi.
Another close one.
Ian.
This must be yours. But there's only one way to be sure. I better check for the relic.
Please don't be dead.
The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Quen could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind. I should tell Alva.
Aloy, I'm here.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks. I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news.
Yeah. Unfortunate. We hoped for the best, but we prepared for the worst.
There you are, on the mend already. You mind leaving me alone for a sec?
Ancestor, you've returned.
Yeah, not with good news, unfortunately.
Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horace.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data and the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death.
We're sorry for the loss, though.
As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use, you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Is that a crossbow?
I know you are. And I'm grateful.
Looks like a full-on crossbow. Oh, it's a ropecaster. Okay. It looks like a crossbow. So, like, poison, force, and ice. Okay. Excuse me.
Wonder how long these gusts can keep it up.
What do you actually have, though, in stock? Nothing good there. Nothing I could really use from those. Tools, we can use some more of these. Resources. Oh, I have a pristine skull. Fuck. I don't think I really need those. I want to sell. Sell, sell, sell.
I hope that'll be useful.
So do I.